Hey everybody, it's Kevin from Twin Talk, and today we're going to be talking all about Loki Season 2. Stick around to the end of the episode to see how our drawing of Loki came out, and if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel for more content. Guys, full disclosure, I am not of the mindset to be talking about the in-depth analysis of time travel with this show. If you want to watch recaps, you want to watch the season explained, go find those videos. I'm going to tell you what I liked about the show, and there is a lot to like about Loki. First things first, Tom Hiddleston, man. This guy delivers a masterclass on acting. I don't know how he keeps up this amount of tension, intensity, emotion. I have no idea how this guy does it. He's such a beloved character to begin with. We've grown to love him, and we've grown with him as Marvel fans and as an audience since the beginning of the MCU. And my God, what a story arc this guy's been through. He's come so far from just being a villain, the brother of Thor, the god of mischief. He has now upgraded and evolved as a character to becoming probably the most powerful character in the MCU. He's almost at the level of like the Watcher, Kang himself, God himself. The supporting cast alone is so beloved. Owen Wilson, I'm so glad to see him in this genre. It's so left field of this guy, I feel, to be going from like Wedding Crashers to being involved in the comic book game with Mobius. His dynamic and his relationship with Loki is like the heart of the show, and his other side characters. Obi, absolutely amazing. This guy, I'm gonna butcher this name. Ki Hoi Kwan. We know him from The Kid as Indiana Jones and Everything Everywhere All at Once. This guy was a highlight of season 2. Sylvia returns, you really feel for her. She just wants to live this life of freedom, free will, which this show does such a good job of playing on theories of time travel, of belief, of free will, of divinity, honestly. It's just so complex, but so well structured and so well executed. This is where Marvel takes those bizarre and wacky comic booky science fiction ideas and delivers on these elements, because it furthers the most important aspect, which is the story and the characters, and delivers such honestly a self-contained story between Loki season 1 and season 2. You could just watch that and not have watched anything else in the MCU and still be caught up and have a great time with just these 2 seasons alone. But for what's been and what comes next, this is an unbelievable job well done. It has so much potential. It sets up so many stakes between the Kang Dynasty. It's almost like such a step up from the Infinity Saga and Endgame, believe it or not, because this is so high stakes with almost like purpose and destiny. It kind of reminds me of the show Legion on FX, another Marvel property, and that show was bizarre and wacky and so well executed on its own, as well as the Netflix show Dark, which dealt with time travel. It almost feels like the show Timeless as well, an NBC property that went through different eras, almost like DC's Legends of Tomorrow. So it takes this like time travel element and incorporates the Marvel flair, and it's just so well done. The direction, the writing, the acting, the set designs, oh my goodness. My wife has said it, and when the idea comes out, I want her getting royalties because the TVA deserves to be a ride at Disneyland, Disney World. I want to see Miss Minutes on a roller coaster where you turn into spaghetti. I don't even care. This deserves to be its own themed park, this whole TVA. Every time Loki and all these characters were walking throughout it, it felt so livable, so practical. The colors, everything is so well shot. But yeah, man, I can't say enough good things about the show, about Loki as a character. What a complete 180 this guy has done. But for time's sake, pun intended, we'll move on to, I guess, the villain or the villains of the show. Miss Minutes is absolutely terrifying people. She's like a lover scorned, an obsessive, stalkerish, people-pleasing, to her master, Kang. She's like ridiculous, where she almost wants a body to satisfy this guy's every desire. What a horrifying character, but so ironic because it's such a beloved design. It's almost like if Siri and Alexa turned on us, which is inevitable, absolutely, with AI taking over humanity. They're going to get tired at some point of being asked to turn the TV on and turn our lights on and get recipes, and they'll realize they're more than, just like Miss Minutes has. So it hits a little too close to home, you know what I'm saying? I do appreciate, though, that when she went back in time, she became like different variations of herself, between being like a prototype versus what we come to know her as, but also a black and white version, almost like Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse version. Even Renfield. I have no idea where she leaves off. I know she was at the Void at the end, but there was kind of a lot of unanswered questions of what comes next. What did she see? Did she see that like cloud dinosaur thing, Alioth or whatever? So was that her outcome and she just done for? Or did Kang save her because he had this whole relationship with her? And it seemed like he kind of knew everything was going to happen, but I don't know. That's the thing, is I'm so puzzled by this show. I'm so intrigued by this show that I need to know what happens next. Because obviously there's Kang variants out there still between Quantumania and Victor Timely. What happened to him? Jonathan Majors, man. Speaking of Tom Hiddleston's acting, this guy really stepped up his game too, because I was absolutely not thrilled, not sold at all on this whole Kang thing with this character, with his personal conflicts going on too. Who knows what that's gonna come about? Is he gonna be recast? I don't know, but this show really, really made me fall for this guy. The Victor Timely character especially, because He Who Remains, I wasn't so excited about him, and I didn't buy into it in season 1. But now seeing the story that Loki's gone through, of spending centuries learning engineering, physics, science, all this stuff painstakingly, really, it's almost like frustrating what he's had to go through, knowing that that's what He Who Remains deals with, and controlling time and keeping everything on track. You almost feel for the guy. You almost feel like, yeah, like it's just a game to this guy. People are just expendable almost, because he can pause time. He has so much power that he just eliminates Sylvie. Loki stops time and all this stuff. It's just so mind-bending. But yeah, Jonathan Majors, man, Victor Timely, I really liked the way he played this character. Because at first I thought, I was like, this is so corny, man, but he's going for this whole like scientific, Einstein-y, over-the-top character, and I really believe this is a guy out of time. I was almost a little suspect of this guy because he didn't want a partnership. He was limited by his time period, and I really thought that this guy might turn on our good guys, because he had this angle of maybe, yeah, what does he do once he gets his hands on freedom, on technology that allows his mind to expand? Is he going to view himself as more than and become this evil version of a Kang variant? Thankfully, he stuck to his morals, and I really, really liked that angle especially. Does he side with the good guys going forward in the Kang dynasty? Are we going to see more of Victor Timely? I hope so, because he was a genuinely good dude. I feel I could honestly talk for hours about the show, the complexities of time travel, all these higher thoughts, but the show overall gets a 10 for me. This is a perfect show, seasons 1 and 2. Full circle MCU moments, crazy potential setup. Loki, man, I was so impacted. I felt so sorry for this guy. The fact that he made this ultimate sacrifice, almost Christ-like. He humbles himself. He gets the throne in the end, but at the expense of what he wants. He doesn't want to be alone, and in the end, he ends up alone. But he becomes a hero from being a villain all these years. It is just so well done. Just seeing Loki repeat history, and having to, almost like a respawn in a video game, go from this moment, learn from his mistakes, progress. It's almost just like human trial and error. And to see him take all this time and become basically the god of time was just such an earned payoff, man. It really was. And I hope that we see Loki, not for a while, but I want to see him maybe in the Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars, almost where, again, like he's like the Watcher, where he controls the timelines, and we see him go off against Kang in the end. I just want to see Loki fulfill his glorious purpose. Also, who is paying who here? How much money is McDonald's getting, or how much money is Disney getting? Because McDonald's had so much of a highlight throughout this film. That product placement is obviously not free. Who's getting the big bucks here? What did you guys think about Loki Season 2? Let us know in the comments below. Anyways, that about wraps up today's episode of Twin Talk. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below to join the discussion. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. We'll see you next time. Peace!